Hi, my name is Jeff Zog, and I'd like to introduce you to my fourth great grandfather, Nahum Bigelow. He was born in Vermont in 1785. His father, Simeon, was a Revolutionary War soldier, and his mother, Sarah Foster, died 2 days before Nahum's fourth birthday, when she was 29. Nahum liked to invent things. When Nahum was young, he spent a lot of time trying to make a perpetual motion machine, which is something that could keep on working without an energy source. But like everyone else who has tried, it never worked. The concept doesn't follow the laws of thermodynamics. But Nahum probably learned a lot in the process. It is said by his children that he had a large tool chest with many strange tools and instruments. Nahum built lots of household items that made life for his family more convenient. On one of his work trips, Nahum Bigelow first met his future wife, Mary Gibbs, when she was 12 years old. He kept coming back to her town to visit over the years, and they were married when Mary was 17 and Nahum was 41 in Lawrence County, Illinois in December of 1826. Nahum was taught by missionaries about the restored gospel of Jesus Christ. After spending time studying and praying, Nahum and his wife Mary and their oldest children were baptized members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints on April 29, 1939, in Coles County, Illinois. In 1843, the Bigelow family moved to Hancock County, Illinois. In the early fall of 1845, while Nahum was sick in bed, a mob came at night and threatened to burn their home if they didn't leave the county. Mary grabbed a heavy tong from the fireplace and bravely got the mob to leave. However, the mob threatened that if the family wasn't out in 3 days, they would be burned out. The Bigelows informed President Brigham Young and Governor Ford of the trouble. On the evening of the third day, a group of men came to the family's home. A man asked if Mr. Bigelow lived there and was trying to force the door open. Upon entering, Nahum shot the man, only to soon find out that this man was playing a prank. Long story short, the man acquitted Nahum, knowing that he should not have been joking around at such a tense time. The next night, the Bigelows prepared for the possibility of the mob coming and gathered quilts and hid out in the cornfield for the night. Around midnight, the men with dogs broke into the home, knocking out windows and searching for the family. God protected the Bigelows, and they were not discovered in the cornfield. The next day, they found their spring, which they relied on for water, had a suspicious green, shiny scum on it. A test of the water proved it had been poisoned. The family left their home to stay in Nauvoo, about 20 miles away, where the main body of the members of the church were living. Another attempt was made when Nahum went back to try to harvest their crops and was invited by a neighbor to breakfast, right after which Nahum suffered from severe stomach cramps. He acknowledged he was only able to survive because of the Lord's power. Nahum continued to suffer from the poison and weak health. His dream was to leave with his family and go west to find safety with the other Latter-day Saints. His daughter, Lucy, went west with Brigham Young in 1848 as one of his wives. The Bigelow family arrived in the Salt Lake Valley in the fall of 1850 and lived in Farmington. Just a few months after their arrival, Nahum passed away at the age of 65. He is buried in the Salt Lake City Cemetery. Nahum is certainly an example of perseverance. You can find out more details about his stories and his family at familysearch.org. Remember, our ancestors' life's lessons just might change your life too.